Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Jayo Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jayo Prabhupada, Jayo Gurudev, Gurudev, Jayo Gurudev. God Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा माता जी। अच्छा, ये दोनों दोस्त इकट्ठे बैठे हैं आज। अच्छा, कहाँ पर है प्रभु जी? तो आ ही नहीं रहा, ब्लर किया हुआ है आपने। एक एक चमकता है, दूसरा धुंधला हो जाता है, दूसरा चमकता है, पहला धुंधला हो जाता है।
ये आ गया प्रभु जी।
श्लोक क्या है? श्लोक
1728.
1728. But we'll get the results. Hare Krishna. So far, tempted. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, how many people participated, devotees?
So we are seeing only 6 here, Prabhuji, 7, and we have total.
बिना लिंक डालना प्रभु जी, मैंने भी नहीं किया। I just also. अतुल प्रभु, वृंदावन पुरंदर प्रभु, अंशी माता जी, प्रभुपाद कृपा संगा. So Prabhupada कृपा संगा is yourself.
Prabhu, not me this time.
Anita Mata ji. Then why it comes one attempt?
Because this is the first attempt.
First attempt. Like if you do it twice, so it will show that second 2 attempts by the same person.
Oh, so I request everybody, please, मैं भी खेलने लगा हूँ, और 14 में से 7 लोग नहीं प्ले किया, प्लीज participate in the quiz.
तो इसका लिंक चैट में है, और आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि कृपया करके इसको करिए. There are only 5 questions and और 2 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं लगते हैं इसको करने में.
उसमें भी बहुत लोग आंसर ही ऐसे
आयुष प्रभु ने सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में ऊपर हो गए.
फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट कर दो ना यहाँ पे. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट.
Okay, I am done. कुछ और नंबर बढ़े हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स के?
चेकिंग.
आयुष
तो यहाँ से पता लगता है.
How many have participated now?
11.
Okay. So Atul Prabhu, Vrindavan Purandar Prabhu, Anshi Mata ji, Prabhupada Kripa Sangha, Giriraj Das, Anita Mata ji, Sham Prabhu, Jeet Mata ji, Ayush Prabhu, Shivani Mata ji. Okay. ठीक है. So please participate. So we will just do the Mangala Charan. जिन्होंने नहीं खेला है, जो खेल रहे हैं, अपना पूरा कर लीजिए. So we'll do Mangala Charan. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे, निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतार. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Okay, so today we are reading 1728. ओहो, अस्त्र शस्त्र की बातें हो रही है. ओके, तो ब्रह्मास्त्र चल पड़ा है इसका मतलब. ओके. नाहि अस्या यतामां किंचिद अस्त्रं प्रत्यावकर्षणं जाहि अस्त्र तेजा उनधम अस्त्रो अज्ञ ही अस्त्र तेजसा. Not he, certainly, asya, of it, अन्यतमम, other, kinchid, anything, astram, weapon, prati, counter, Avakarshanam, reactionary. Jahi, subdue. Astra Teja, the glare of the weapon. Unadham, very powerful. Astragya, expert in military science. He, as a matter of fact. Astra Tejasa, by the influence of your weapon. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. तो भी क्या है कि वो उसने अश्वत्थामा ने ब्रह्मास्त्र चला दिया, ये कल पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने। तो अब जो है उसको वापस लेना नहीं आता। तो अब जो कृष्ण है वो अर्जुन को इस श्लोक में कह रहे हैं कि तुम अपने ब्रह्मास्त्र से उसको काउंटर कर दो। ट्रांसलेशन, ओ अर्जुन, only another brahmastra can counteract this weapon. Since you are expert in the military science, subdue this weapon's glare with the power of your own weapon. Purport. For the atomic bombs, there is no counter weapon to neutralize the effects. But by subtle science of action of a brahmastra can be counteracted. And those who were expert in the military science in those days could counteract the brahmastra. The son of Dronacharya did not know the art of counteracting the weapon. And therefore, Arjun was asked to counteract it by the power of his own weapon. So we see they had more deadly weapon, which we will read now, that how Brahmastra is more powerful even than a nuclear weapon. But though they had more powerful weapon, but they also knew how to counter it or subdue it. Okay, next verse. Suta uvacha shrutvad bhagvata proktam falguna parviraha sprishtva pastam parikramya brahman brahmastaram sandade. Suta Goswami uvacha said, shrutva, after hearing, bhagvata, by the personality of Godhead, proktam, what was said, Falguna, another name of Sri Arjun. How Prabhupada is telling the name of, he's putting the name Shri, another name of Shri Arjun. Like, Paraviraha, the killer of the opposing warrior. Sprishtva, after touching. Apa, water. Tam, him. Parikramya, circumambulating. Brahman, Brahmam, the Supreme Lord. Brahmastram, the supreme weapon. Sandade, acted on. Translation. Sri Sud Goswami said, hearing this from the personality of Godhead, Arjun touched the water, and after circumambulating Lord Sri Krishna, he cast his Brahmastra weapon to counter the other one. So, like we said, these are more powerful weapons, but they also know the science of counteracting them. And everything comes from blessings of Guru, your learning prowess, your sincerity, and purification. That is why we see then when, Eklavya, that he was not given the chance to learn. Though he had learned, he had got the skill, but he didn't have the quality of a Kshatriya to stand for dharma. Don't misuse the power. So just by becoming skillful doesn't mean you become a proper Kshatriya. तो क्षत्रिय बनने के लिए क्या करना है? क्षत्रिय बनने के लिए आपके अंदर क्षत्रिय के गुण होने चाहिए. और अगर क्षत्रिय के गुण नहीं है और आपके अंदर क्षत्रिय के जो स्किल है वो सारी आर्ट आपके पास आ गई, so it will be more harmful, which we see later on. Eklavya, he fought from the Kaurva side like this and he was killed. So they instead अच्छा करने की जगह ऐसे जो लोग हैं वो अंत में बुरा करते हैं, चाहे इंटेंशन ठीक, बिकॉज चरित्र ठीक नहीं है. तो ये हम देख सकते हैं कि इसके लिए केवल हुनर नहीं चाहिए, तपस्या भी चाहिए, प्रैक्टिस भी चाहिए. अश्वत्थामा है वो किसके पुत्र हैं? द्रोणाचार्य के. और अगर आप महाभारत पढ़ेंगे तो ही वाज, जो द्रोणाचार्य हैं, he was always favorable to his own son, which is natural also कि he should learn. और वो इनको पानी लेने भेजते थे और सबको, कौरवों को और पांडवों को, और फिर जब वो पानी लेने के बहाने जब वो जाते थे तो उसके बीच में उनको कुछ और सिखाने का प्रयत्न करते थे. और वो पढ़ते हैं कि इस तरह से जो अर्जुन है बस सो निपुण, वो इतनी जल्दी अपने तीरों का करके और वो फटाफट मटकी में, नैरो मटकी में पानी भर के वापस ले आते थे कि ताकि बच्चे कोई क्लास, कोई लेसन मिस ना हो जाए. एंड द्रोणाचार्य instead of feeling like an envious father, he was he was very pleased upon Arjun कि इनके अंदर कितनी लालसा है सीखने की. Like this. So he blessed and blessed and blessed. इसी तरह से ही जो गुरु शिष्य परंपरा है वो ऐसे ही चलती है. गुरु शिष्य परंपरा never goes through obligation. You have to win the heart of your spiritual master, then he automatically bestows upon you. You don't have to do our Guru Maharaj needs, you follow the instructions, then automatically you don't need a physical presence. Because ये सारी चीजें हैं, ये क्या है, दिव्य हैं, ये दिव्य रस्तों से आती हैं. और जितनी हमारी गुरु परंपरा है वो इसी से ही चलती है सारी की सारी, कि आप गुरु की सेवा कीजिए, और गुरु के प्रति सरेंडर होना चाहिए. और फिर अगर आप प्रश्न पूछते हैं तो गुरु आपको ऐसे उत्तर देंगे जिससे आप पाएंगे कि आपका जो भी स्किल या जो भी शास्त्र जो भी आप सीख रहे हैं उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली वी विल बिकम एक्सपर्ट, या वो हमें समझना शुरू हो जाएगा इस तरह से. सो लाइक दिस इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट to become a good disciple in whatever we want to become in our spiritual life, like this. Okay, next, Prabhu. Okay. Samhatyat yonayam ubhyos tejasi shar संवृते आवृते रोदशी खमचा वावृधाते अर्क वनहिवात समहत्या by combination of अन्योन्यम one another, ubhyo by both, tejasi the glares, shar weapons, samvrite covering, avritya covering, rodasi the complete firmament, khamcha outer space also, vavridhate increasing, arka the sun globe, vahanivat like fire. Translation: when the rays of two brahmastras combined, a great circle of fire like the disk of the sun covered all outer space and the whole firmament of the planets. So ये ताकत है ब्रह्मास्त्र की, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि केवल एक न्यूक्लियर बम की तरह एक बड़ा आग का गोला बना, बल्कि वो इतना बड़ा कि जितने भी ग्रह हैं सारे के सारे उनमें भी ताप आ गया. But the heat created by the flash of Brahmastra resembles the fire exhibited in the sun globe at the time of cosmic annihilation. The radiation of atomic energy is very insignificant in comparison to the heat produced by a Brahmastra. The atomic bomb explosion can at most blow up one globe, but the heat produced by Brahmastra can destroy the whole cosmic situation. The comparison is therefore made to the heat at the time of annihilation. तो जो है पूरा जो जग, ना केवल ग्रह है बट पूरा मटेरियल जो जगत है वो हिला के रख सकता है एक ब्रह्मास्त्र. और एक जो न्यूक्लियर बॉम्ब है वो एक कंट्री, या एक पूरी, नॉट इवन कंट्री, स्मॉल कंट्री और बिग सिटी लाइक दिस इट कैन एनाइलाइट. और इसलिए सिर्फ अभी उसकी ऊर्जा जो प्रकाश है उसकी बात हो रही है, जस्ट टू गिव अस ए अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ हाउ पावरफुल दिस ब्रह्मास्त्र इज. Okay, so those who want to read can raise their hand. Let me finish this verse. Okay, 1739. Drishtva astra tejastu tayostri trilokan padhan mahat dhyamana praja sarva samvartkam amamashat. Okay, please raise the hands first. Ayush. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Drishtava, thus he, Astra, the weapon, Teja, heat, two, but, Tayo, of both, Trin, three, Lokan, planets, Paradhat, blazing, Mahat, severely, Dahayamanaha, burning, Prajaha, population, Sarva, all over, Samarvatakam, the name of the fire which devastates during the annihilation of the universe. Amamsata began to think. Translation: all the population of the three worlds was scorched by the combined heat of the weapons. Everyone was reminded of the Smavartaka fire which takes place at the time of annihilation. The three worlds are the upper, lower, and the intermediate planets of the universe. Although the Brahmastra was released on this earth, the heat produced by the combination of both weapons covered all the universe, and all the populations on all the different places began to feel the heat excessively and compared it to that of the Smavartaka fire. No planet, therefore, is without living beings, as less intelligent materialistic men think.
थैंक यू आयुष. सो हाँ, प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं कि कैसे कि आ, कि ऐसा सोचना कि न्यूक्लियर बम से पूरा विश्व नष्ट हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. हाँ, तो क्यों नहीं हो सकता? उसके दो तीन कारण है. एक कारण ये है कि जो न्यूक्लियर बम है वो ऐसे नहीं है कि पूरा ग्रह ही नष्ट हो जाए. और दूसरा जो उससे ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण कारण है कि कोई भी कार्य ऐसा नहीं, जब तक भगवान की इच्छा हो ना हो तब तक नहीं हो पाता. तो बिना भगवान की सैंक्शन के ऐसे नहीं हो सकता. तो जो लोग सोचते हैं कि न्यूक्लियर वॉर होगी और पूरा ग्रह नष्ट हो जाएगा, हाँ, तो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. क्यों? क्योंकि न्यूक्लियर वेपन इतने पावरफुल नहीं है. और दूसरा, पावरफुल बन भी जाए तो भगवान की सम्मति भी चाहिए. हाँ, उनका अप्रूवल चाहिए. अगर अप्रूव करेंगे तभी होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा. हाँ, और दूसरा ये भी कर सकते हैं, ये भी देख सकते हैं इस श्लोक से कि किस तरह से कि भगवान ने चाहा तो जो ब्रह्मास्त्र हैं दोनों के दोनों, अश्वत्थामा और उनके दिए हुए दोनों के दोनों वापस हो गए. लाइक दिस. ओके, नेक्स्ट, हु इज नेक्स्ट? आनंद विलासनी राधा माता जी. ओके, यस माता जी, गो अहेड.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम.
धन्यवाद.
टेक्स्ट 32.
यस माता जी.
प्रजा उपद्रवम् आलक्ष्य लोक व्यतिकरं च तं मतं च वासुदेवस्य संजहार अर्जुन द्वयम्. Translation: Thus, seeing the disturbance of the general populace and the imminent destruction of the planets, Arjun at once retracted both Brahmastra weapons as Lord Krishna desired. Purport: the theory that the modern atomic bomb explosions can annihilate the world is a childish imagination. First of all, the atomic energy is not powerful enough to destroy the world. And secondly, ultimately, it all rests on the supreme will of the Supreme Lord, because without his will or sanction, nothing can be built up or destroyed. It is foolish also to think that natural laws are ultimately powerful. Material nature's law works under the direction of the Lord, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says there that natural laws work under his supervision. The world can be destroyed only by the will of the Lord and not by the whims of tiny politicians. Lord Sri Krishna desired that the weapons released by both Droni and Arjun be withdrawn, and it was carried out by Arjun at once. Similarly, there are many agents of the all-powerful Lord, and by his will only can one execute what he desires.
Okay, go ahead, read the next one also, Mata.
Okay, text 33. Tata adasya tarasha darunam Gautami sutam babandha, sorry. Tatha asadaya tarasha darunam Gautami sutam babandha amarsha tamra aksha pashum rashanaya yatha. Translation, sorry, word to word translation. Tatha, thereupon. Asadaya, arrested. Tarasha, dexterously. Darunam, dangerous. Gautami Sutam, the son of Gautami. Babandha, bound up. Amarasha, angry. Tamra Akshaha, with copper red eyes. Pashum, animal. Rashanaya, by ropes. Yatha, as it were. Translation. Arjun, his eyes blazing in anger like two red balls of copper. dexterously arrested the son of Gautami and bound him with ropes like an animal. Purport. Ashwathama's mother Krapi was born in the family of Gautam. The significant point in the shloka is that Ashwathama was caught and bound up with ropes like an animal. According to Sridhar Swami, Arjun was obliged to catch the son of Brahman like an animal as a part of his duty, dharma. This suggestion was Sridhar Swami is always confirmed in the later statement of Sri Krishna. Ashwathama was a bona fide son of Dronacharya and Kripi, but because he had degraded himself to a lower status of life, it was proper to treat him as an animal and not as a Brahman.
Sorry. So Ashwathama, he arrested son of Gautami and bound him with the ropes like a animal. So प्रभुपाद श्रीधर स्वामी के टीका से बता रहे हैं कि उसको पकड़ना उसको धर्म था और उसको इस तरह से घसीट के लाना, क्योंकि he did a wrong thing. So though he was a bona fide son of qualified Brahman and Brahmani, but because he is degraded from the Brahmanical qualities, so फिर उसको एक जानवर की तरह समझना ठीक था, ना कि ब्राह्मण की तरह. क्योंकि जहां से ही आप अपने गुण से गिर जाते हैं, गुण कर्म विभागशः, सो भगवान जैसे बोलते हैं भगवद गीता में, सो जैसे ही आपने जो गुण है, जो ब्राह्मण के गुण होने चाहिए, उससे आप गिर जाते हैं, सो नो लॉन्गर यू आर ब्राह्मण. सो few days back he was Brahman, but today by his act he has become a degraded person, because by the act he has done like this. Okay, thank you, Mataji. So this is 33, then 34. Okay, I'll read the shloka. And next one, get it. Shibiraya ninishatam rajva bhadva rupam balat praharjunam prakuto pito bhagwan ambuj ikshana. Yes, Uncle Prabhu, go ahead.
Ji Prabhuji. Shiviraya, on the way to the military camp, Ninishantam, while bringing him, Rajava, by the ropes, Badhava, bound up, Ripum, the enemy, Balat, by force, Praha, said Arjunam, unto Arjun, Prakupita, in an angry mood, Bhagwan, the personality of Godhead, Ambuja Ikshana, who looks with his lotus eyes. Translation. After binding Ashwathama, Arjun wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, looking on with his lotus eyes, spoke to Arjun in an angry mood. Purport. Both Arjun and Lord Sri Krishna are described here in an angry mood, but Arjuna's eyes were like balls of red copper, whereas the eyes of the Lord were like lotuses. This means that the angry mood of Arjun and that of the Lord are not on the same level. The Lord is transcendence, and thus he is absolute in any stage. His anger is not like the anger of a conditioned living being within the modes of qualitative material nature. Because he is absolute, both his anger and pleasure are the same. His anger is not exhibited in the three modes of material nature. It is only a sign of his bent of mind towards the cause of his devotee, because that is his transcendental nature. Therefore, even if he is angry, the object of anger is blessed. He is unchanged in all circumstances.
अब देखिए, अब ये आचार्यों के टीके का फायदा होता है, क्योंकि अगर हम पढ़ते तो हमें देखना था कि ठीक है, binding Ashwathama, Arjun wanted to take him to the military camp, and personality of God, Shri Krishna, looking around with his lotus eye, spoke to Arjun, who was in an angry mood. So, ये पिछले श्लोक में पढ़ा था कैसे his eyes were blazing in anger like two red balls of copper. ये पिछले श्लोक में था. और इस श्लोक में क्या है कि किस तरह की जो भगवान के जो है वो अम्बुज ईक्षणा, तो उनकी जो आईज हैं दे आर लाइक अ लोटस फ्लावर. तो प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं किस तरह से एक जीव में और भगवान में हमेशा ये अंतर रहता है. सो फॉर ए जीव, that he can anytime fall into material modes. So he got upset. His anger was in a mode of passion, we can say, and though Lord was also angry, but their anger was his anger is spoken that his eyes were like lotus. Why? Because he never falls down on the material modes. So then the result is कि चाहे भगवान प्रेम से देखें या गुस्से में देखें, जिस पे देख रहे हैं उसका भला ही भला होता है. So his anger is transcendental, and his laughter is also transcendental. Why? Because he is absolute. So this is the reason that that Prabhupada is showing us from these subtle things from this verse how even if Krishna is anger, the object of anger is blessed. Okay, next one. Read the next one, Prabhu. Okay, I'll read the shloka.
Sure.
Manam partha harsitra tum brahma bandhum imam jahi yo asavana gasha suptan avadhin nishi balakan. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Synonyms. Ma ainam, never unto him. Partha, O Arjuna. Arhasi, ought to. Tratum, give release. Brahma bandhum, a relative of a Brahmana. Imam, him. Jahi, kill. Yah, he who has. Asau, those. Anagasha, faultless. Suptan, while sleeping. Avadhit, killed. Nishi, at night. Balakan, the boys. Translation. Lord Shri Krishna said, O Arjun, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of a Brahman, Brahma Bandhu, for he has killed innocent boys in their sleep. Purport. The word Brahma Bandhu is significant. A person who happens to take birth in the family of a Brahman but is not qualified to be called a Brahman is addressed as the relative of a Brahman and not as a Brahman. The son of a high court judge is not virtually a high court judge, but there is no harm in addressing a high court judge's son as a relative of the honorable justice. Therefore, as by birth only one does not become a high court judge, so also one does not become a Brahman simply by birthright, but by acquiring the necessary qualifications of a Brahman. As the high court judgeship is a post for the qualified man, so also the post of a Brahman is attainable by qualification only. The Shastra enjoins that if good qualifications are seen in a person born in a family other than that of Brahman, the qualified man has to be accepted as a Brahman. And similarly, if a person born in the family of a Brahman is void of Brahmanical qualification, then he must be treated as a non-Brahman, or in better terms, a relative of a Brahman. Lord Shri Krishna, the supreme authority of all religious principles, the Vedas, has personally pointed out these differences, and he is about to explain the reason for this in the following shlokas.
ये अगले श्लोक में बताएंगे कैसे कि जो व्यक्ति धर्म को जानता है, जो धर्मविद है, वो क्या करना चाहिए, उसको क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, तो वो भगवान अगले श्लोकों में बताएंगे. और इसमें जो है प्रभुपाद वो बता रहे हैं कैसे कि इसके अंदर नाम दिया है ब्रह्म बंधु. सो ब्रह्म बंधु मीन्स वन हु इज ए रिलेटिव ऑफ ए ब्राह्मण. और ये प्रभुपाद बहुत बताते हैं अपने तात्पर्य में किस तरह से ब्रह्म बंधु में और ब्राह्मण में, ब्रह्मवित्त के अंदर और वेदवित्त, इन सब में क्या डिफरेंस है. तो ये जानना चाहिए कि कभी भी कोई व्यक्ति जो है वो गुण से और कर्म से ब्राह्मण बनता है, जन्म से नहीं बनता. और एक बड़ा अच्छा एग्जांपल है कि जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज है या कोई डॉक्टर है, उसका सन ही गेट्स ऑल द फैसिलिटी टू बिकम ए डॉक्टर. और ये देखते भी हम यूजुअली कि लॉयर्स सन्स बिकम लॉयर बिकॉज दे गेट दैट एनवायरनमेंट एट होम टू बिकम ए लॉयर. and a doctor's son, usually you'll find they'll become doctors, one of the child, because they get that environment, that whole thing to facilitate their journey like this, है ना. अब मुझे नहीं पता जो सॉफ्टवेयर करते हैं उनके बच्चे सॉफ्टवेयर बट ये देख सकते हैं इस तरह से कि जो सीनियर आप देखेंगे, जो सीनियर जज स्पेशली हैं, आई हैव सीन सीनियर जज एंड ऑल, देयर चिल्ड्रन आर यूजुअली लॉयर्स, बिकॉज they get that facility at home. But if he's not a proper lawyer, so one can call him friend of a lawyer. So similarly, तो ये जितने अवगुण आते हैं वर्णाश्रम के अंदर, जितनी मिलावट आई, उसका रीजन ही ये है कि कोई शास्त्र नहीं पढ़ते हैं, और जो शास्त्र पढ़ते हैं वो शास्त्र पढ़ने का तरीका गलत है कि हम अपने असेंडिंग पाथ के ऊपर वी वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड शास्त्र, उससे कभी भी शास्त्र नहीं आते. अब हम देख सकते हैं कितनी सटल चीजें हैं. ऐसी भगवद गीता पढ़ लीजिए बिना पढ़ के, वी विल थिंक वी हैव रेड बट वी हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड एनीथिंग एट ऑल, लाइक दिस. और the Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, you see, it is coming from Bhagvatam and CC conclusions. So it is coming from the ripened fruit of Vedas. The Bhagavad purports are coming. So that's why they are so heart-touching, because somebody understands the essence of the whole scriptures. जितने भी शास्त्र हैं उन सबका कोई एसेंस समझता है, फिर वो समझ के उन्होंने भगवद गीता का टीका लिखा है. So then it has very high potency. Because essence of everything is given. इसलिए प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं कोई एक श्लोक भी पढ़ेगा भगवद गीता का, कोई एक लाइन भी पढ़ेगा, एक शब्द, तो he will make spiritual progress. तो इसीलिए जो आचार्यों की टीका है उनसे पढ़ना चाहिए, उनसे समझना चाहिए. और अगर हम डायरेक्ट अप्रोच करेंगे, आप पाएंगे कई लोग भक्त लोग पढ़ते हैं श्रीधर स्वामी की कमेंट्री, इनकी कमेंट्री, बट if you approach anything directly, at some point you will get bewildered. What is this written? Like that. So Prabhupada, he's the acharya for this age of Kali Yuga, for those who are not pure from within and without, and by reading his purpose is our way forward towards a spiritual goal. तो इसलिए हमेशा हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि कभी भी हम शास्त्र पढ़ें तो आचार्यों की टीका के साथ पढ़ें, और श्लोक से ज्यादा बल्कि मैं कहूँगा आचार्य की टीका पे ध्यान देंगे. सो दो श्लोक का जो अर्थ है, उसका जो तात्पर्य है, उसका जो डेप्थ है, then gradually we will understand. But if we just approach the shlokas directly, then we don't have the adhikar to. We can understand कि before coming to ISKCON, before joining Prabhupada, हम कितने शास्त्र पढ़ लेते थे और कितने शास्त्रों में हमें इंटरेस्ट था पढ़ने के अंदर. ये जो पढ़ते भी थे, आप में से कुछ भाग्यशाली हो सकते हैं कि जो पढ़ते भी थे कि उनमें से हमारी समझ क्या ही थी. Mostly tends to take towards Mayavad, like this. So this is the potency of reading Prabhupada books. Okay, so I've spoken more. It's 2:18. So thank you so much. So if anybody has a question, we can take. Otherwise, we will end the class now. Hare Krishna. Okay, Atharv ka turn reh gaya aaj. Okay, sorry Atharv. I took away your turn. I'm sorry. Okay. So we'll end this class now. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhayeva patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे.
हरि हरि बोल.